Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt return to the big screen with the latest Disney movie hitting theaters July 30, 2021, which is The Jungle Cruise. And here is my review for the film. The Jungle Cruise is based on a Disneyland ride. That idea itself, that suggestion that it's based on a Disneyland ride, I really never liked it. The movie, on the other hand, is quite good. Not saying it's really good, like it's a must watch. I'm not saying it's a must watch, you can skip it easily. It has a lot of problems with it, and there are pretty good sides over also. Of course, Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt are a great duo together on screen. It's a great time to watch them together. It's highly entertaining, and all the world of the jungle is really fantastic. But what I didn't like is the color palette of the movie, especially during the daytime. The color palette is just, I think, gives a very unrealistic appeal to it. Plus, some of the visual effects of this film are not as good as I had hoped they would be. I mean, it's a $200 million budgeted film. It has a budget more than $200 million, in fact. And if the visual effects are not that good, it doesn't really feel that good. I mean, Disney has invested a lot of money, and it's not really worth it. It doesn't look expensive, to be honest. The visual effects are quite unrealistic at points. Other than Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt are great, especially Emily Blunt. She's my favorite out of all the cast. Jesse Plemons also does a fantastic job in his role. The story of the movie is, however, a bit silly because it's set in the early 20th century where a ship captain named Frank takes a British scientist and her brother on a mission in the jungle to find the tree of life, which has a lot of medicinal importance and healing powers. So Frank takes them to that tree. They are on a mission to find the tree of life, and then there are different problems on their way. There's a German expedition, and there are dangerous animals on their way, and a very deadly environment. So it's just really silly. I mean, it's just a stupid adventure. The villains of the movie are not that great. It just feels a good adventure. It's funny at times. It feels like they are on a journey, but the aim is clear. The tree of life, they have to find the tree of life, but the actual journey doesn't really provide us with good villains at all. So that was one of my problems with the film. It's just like they are on a journey for no reason. I mean, it's simple. There are problems like that waterfall sequence, and there are animals over there, but still, it doesn't really feel a very great adventure on our part for us. So overall, I felt it was a good film. I'm not saying it was bad at all. It has some great funny action sequences, and of course the 2D are great. The writing, of course, is not that good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's neither good. No, no, not a lot of great dialogues, not a lot of great emotions in the movie. The sceneries are good. The jungle is great, but the visual effects are not. So yeah, if there's some one thing that's good, that's the other thing that's bad. The adventure is quite silly. I didn't really love the adventure they were having, and overall it was funny. But some of the jokes also don't work because of the writing not being polished. The script should have had been more polished, and the entire cast was good, quite good. I mean, mostly good. Emily Blunt was my favorite, as I said. Wayne Johnson is a great partner, team up on the big screen. So I really was entertained by this film, but overall, I don't think it's a very good film. So I will give it a 6.5 out of 10. You can check it out, it will be a good time, but don't go with high hopes. So that was my review for The Jungle Cruise. When you watch it, share your own review down below in the comment section. Till then, like, share and subscribe Film Villa.